Dogs don't stare at humans randomly. In fact, your dog may be studying you far more closely than you realize. Most dog owners have experienced this moment before. You look up from your phone, from your book, or from across the room, and suddenly realize your dog has been quietly watching you the entire time. Not barking, not moving, just staring. And strangely enough, it often feels emotional, because sometimes the way dogs look at us doesn't feel casual at all. It feels intentional, focused, almost thoughtful. And according to canine behavior experts, there's a reason for that. Dogs have spent thousands of years evolving beside humans. Over time, they developed an extraordinary ability to observe human behavior, facial expressions, emotional shifts, and routines. Some researchers and veterinarians even believe dogs have become better at reading human emotional signals than many humans themselves. Which means when your dog stares at you, they may not simply be looking, they may be gathering information. Dogs constantly study patterns. The way you walk through the house, the tone of your voice, the speed of your movements, your posture, your mood, even your silence. And over time, they quietly learn what all of those things mean. That's why many dogs can predict things before they even happen. Some know you're about to leave the house before you touch the door. Some recognize the difference between going to work and going for a walk. Others can sense sadness before you say a single word. To dogs, humans are deeply observable creatures, and staring is one of the ways they collect emotional information. Behavior specialists explain that dogs often look at humans while trying to understand what is about to happen next. If you grab a leash, they stare. If you walk toward the kitchen, they stare. If you suddenly become quiet or emotional, they stare even more carefully, because dogs are constantly reading context. Interestingly, this behavior is deeply connected to social bonding. Dogs are social animals, and social animals survive by observing members of their group closely. In nature, paying attention to others helps predict danger, safety, movement, emotion, and intention. And even though modern dogs now live inside human homes, those instincts never fully disappeared. So when your dog quietly watches you from across the room, part of what you're seeing may actually be ancient social behavior still alive beneath the surface. A behavior shaped over thousands of years of attachment and coexistence. But staring is not always about curiosity. Sometimes it's emotional. Studies involving dogs and eye contact have shown something fascinating. When dogs and humans share calm mutual eye contact, both species experience increases in oxytocin levels. Oxytocin is often called the bonding hormone, the same hormone associated with trust, affection, attachment, and emotional closeness, which means your dog may literally feel emotionally connected while looking at you. And perhaps that explains why certain stares feel so personal. Some dogs don't just glance at their owners. They observe them quietly for long periods of time, not because they need something immediately, but simply because they feel attached. In many cases, dogs stare at the people they trust most because those people become emotionally important to their world. Your routines become familiar, your presence becomes comforting, your movements become meaningful, and over time, dogs begin emotionally monitoring the humans they love. That's why some dogs instantly notice changes in your mood before anyone else does. Behavioral experts often report that dogs can detect emotional shifts through body language, facial tension, movement patterns, tone of voice, and even scent changes connected to stress, which may explain why dogs sometimes approach people more gently when they are sad, or quietly stay nearby during difficult moments. They are observing, reading, responding emotionally, and perhaps that's one of the most beautiful things about dogs. They pay attention, far more attention than most people realize. Of course, not every stare means affection. Dogs also use eye contact for practical communication. A dog sitting near the door while staring at you may be asking to go outside. A dog staring while you eat may be hoping for food. Another may simply want attention, play, or interaction. Over time, dogs learn that humans often respond to eye contact. And eventually, staring itself becomes communication. In fact, Many dogs become incredibly skilled at getting what they want simply by watching quietly. And honestly, it works surprisingly well, because most owners eventually react. They speak, smile, pet them, or give in completely. Dogs learn this quickly, but canine experts also warn that context matters enormously when interpreting eye contact. Relaxed eyes and soft body language usually signal calmness, affection, or curiosity, but stiff posture, tense facial muscles, growling, or intense, unblinking eye contact can signal discomfort or aggression instead. This is especially important with unfamiliar dogs, because for wolves and some dogs, direct staring can still function as a threat signal inherited from ancient territorial behavior. But inside healthy emotional bonds between dogs and humans, staring is often something much softer than dominance, much quieter, much more emotional. Sometimes, your dog is simply checking where you are. And perhaps that's what many people misunderstand about dogs. They do not emotionally disappear into the background of the house. Even while resting, dogs continue observing the people they love. Not obsessively, not mechanically, but socially, emotionally, instinctively. You become part of their awareness, part of their routine, part of the emotional map they use to navigate daily life. And maybe that's why some dogs seem to watch their owners even during quiet, ordinary moments. While cooking dinner, reading on the couch, working at a desk, sitting silently by a window. To humans, those moments may feel insignificant, but to dogs, they are still moments shared beside someone important. And interestingly, many dog owners say the same thing after years together. It feels like my dog understands me. Scientifically, dogs may not fully understand human thoughts the way another human might. But emotionally, dogs often become remarkably skilled at understanding patterns connected to our feelings, behaviors, routines, and energy. And perhaps that's why their gaze can sometimes feel almost human. Not because they think exactly like we do, but because they have spent thousands of years learning how to live emotionally beside us, watching us, studying us, adapting to us, bonding with us, and somewhere along the way, that observation quietly became attachment. If you want to strengthen that emotional connection even further, through science-based mental stimulation and positive communication, there's a training program many dog owners have found incredibly helpful. It's called Brain Training for Dogs, and it focuses on improving behavior, emotional engagement, focus, and communication using gentle intelligence-based exercises instead of punishment or dominance methods. You can find it in the description below if you'd like to learn more. And if you enjoy these emotional explorations into canine psychology and behavior, don't forget to subscribe to Canine Code, because every week, we explore the hidden emotional world of dogs and the quiet behaviors that often mean far more than people realize. So the next time you catch your dog silently staring at you from across the room, don't assume they're doing it for no reason, because behind that quiet gaze, there may be curiosity, communication, attachment, trust, or simply the instinctive desire to stay emotionally connected to someone important. And maybe, after thousands of years beside humans, dogs learned something very simple. The people they love are worth watching closely,